Hello, everybody. It's time for Number Corner. So we are in April still. Today is April 10th. It is a Friday. So it is Friday, April 10th, 2020. Take a minute and think about what today's calendar marker might look like. Yesterday, we had 4 eggs out of 12, or out of a dozen. Okay, think about what it might look like, and let's flip it. Oh, we have a ruler today, and on that ruler, there are 12 inches. Of the 12 inches, which is 1 foot, we have 4 inches colored blue. So let's go ahead and add that to our chart. On day 10, we have 4 inches are blue out of 12, which is the same as 1 foot. Okay, we can write that as a fraction by saying 4 over 12, or 4/12. And I noticed that how many inches are not blue? Did you figure it out? It is 8 inches. 8 inches are not blue out of 12 on that foot. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip tomorrow. Since tomorrow's a weekend, it is going to be Saturday, April 11th tomorrow. So let's take a minute. Let me move it so you can think about what it will look like today or for tomorrow. Okay, let's flip it. Ooh, were you right? We do have tiles again. This time, 6 tiles are red out of 12, which is the same as 6/12. And you know what I noticed? Maybe you noticed it too. Half of the tiles are red. So you might have noticed that out of 12, 6 would be half of it. So half of that total rectangle is red now. Okay, we're going to do one more day. We're going to go ahead and do day 12 as well. Take a minute, think about what it is. Oh, I hope I know what it is. One of my favorite things. Let's check. It is pizza. Out of 6 slices of pizza, there are 3 slices on there. So 3 pieces of pizza out of 6. We would call that 3/6. And you know what? That's half the pizza. 3 out of 6 would be half of the pizza is gone, and half of it's still there. So that's our number corner for those couple days. Let's go ahead. We're going to put that one away, and we're going to move on to our calendar collector. Remember, we are collecting half hours. Here was what we had yesterday. We had 1, 2, 3 of our half hours. So let's spin and find out today. Oh, today we're adding 3 again. Whoa, so let's go ahead and look here. We're going to add 3 more half hours. So let's start with, I'll use black for the first one. So we're going to add 1 half hour, which would be 30 minutes. I'm going to add another half hour. It's another 30. 30 plus 30 is 60 minutes. I'm going to add another half hour. We had 60 minutes plus 30 more minutes. 30, 60, another 30 would be 90 minutes. So let's check that out on here. We spun a 3, which is 90 minutes. Here, I'm going to center these so it looks a little easier to see, I think. So we have 90 minutes that we added again today. Maybe tomorrow we'll spin something different. So we are adding the fraction. That would be 1 and 1/2 hours. Total, we have 90 plus 90. Well, I know that 9 plus 9 is 18. So 90 plus 90 would be 180 minutes that we have collected so far. Now, how can we write that? Well, let's see. Here's our picture. I'm going to count how many whole clocks I have filled in, and then how many half clocks I've filled in. So let's go ahead. Let's see if I can find a different, it won't let me pick a different color. So I'm going to circle them. We have 1, 2, 3 whole clocks. Do we have any half clocks? Any partial clocks? No, we don't today. So our number would be 3. Or to write that as a fraction, we actually have 180 over 60 because we have 180 minutes and each hour is 60 minutes. So we have 180 over 60, or we could say we have 3 full hours. Okay, the last thing I want to do today for Number Corner is we are going to start looking at some fact families and some ways to multiply quickly. So if we look at this, I see here that there is a 5 and a 6. So I want to talk about how we could write that as a fact family. Well, as you know, we have 2 multiplication equations and 2 division equations that we need to write for this. So let's think about it. The first one I'm going to come up with is 5 times 6. Take a minute and see if you can figure out what would be the product if I multiply 5 times 6. Awesome. 5 times 6, that product is 30. Now, if you didn't know it quickly, you could have counted by 5, 6 times 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could have counted the squares. Oh, look, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or you could have just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 30. Okay, what is my other one? Well, I know the commutative property. You all know the commutative property. We can switch the order and get the same product. So if we did 5 times 6, we can use the commutative property to do 6 times 5. And we know that that product is still 30. We still have 30 squares total. Now we can also come up with some division problems based on that. So I know that when I divide, I'm going to start with that total, and then I'm going to make it into small groups. So I know that my 30 has to be the first one on both division problems because that is the total. Now we can divide it. 30 divided by 5. It'd be like if I had 30 eggs and I put them in 5 different baskets. How many eggs would it be in each basket? Well, we would have 6. But if I had 30 jelly beans and I put them into 6 eggs, how many jelly beans would go in each egg? Well, that would be 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Okay, we have another one over here that we can do to do the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how many are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to cut along the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get 9 also? I got 9. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come up with those 2 multiplication equations. 5 times 9 and 9 times 5. Because of that commutative property, we're switching the order. So now let's see what the product would be. Well, I know that I can count by 5 9 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So my product for both equations would be 45. Now with division, remember, we're starting with our total. We're starting with that 45 divided by 9 would have to equal our other factor, which was 5. 45 divided by 5 would have to equal the other factor, which is 9. Okay, and that's all we're going to do for today for Number Corner. I hope you'll check in again on Monday, and we'll do the next calendar marker, and we'll add some more time to our calendar collector. Have a great weekend.